Hi all. Today we'll be looking at the two nodes which are called IBK Color and IBK Gizmo. So many tools like Premat and what we were working yesterday uses color picker and the baseline for the mat to extract the process. Then requires the artist to tweak the mat from the baseline. When Nuke image base Kia IBK uses the pixel value um, of the um, of the actual image instead of the color picker, and it generates the best mat for the image you want to extract. It works by generating the process of screen image and different various colors, like you got your green and blue screen, of course, rather than a single color. And then the IBK color does the actual clean plate, and IBK Gizmo actually pulls the key. And this generally gives a really good speedy result, especially with all this hairline and stuff. And of course, there's a lot of tweaking to be done, but that's the simple principle of this Kia node. And if you can see on my left, this the stacking here happening, where I'm going step by step. So I'll demonstrate that to you in a minute. So if I just press one, see that, so that's my clean plate here. If I just press one again, see, slowly I'm gradually building that up. Okay, so that's how I can kind of manage my uh, control. So that was my main kind of image where I've got my alpha there, see that? So that was nice clean, so I've kind of retained all my hair so it's not under that. uh, uh, and if I just double click here, you can see that I've rolled it till 20, and then you come down here. If I just press A again, and then you kind of start stacking it down till you get a nice clean plate. Um, so of course, as I mentioned, that the IBK nodes is basically um, process the screen image, which is preset to work with either green screen or blue screen, and this node generates process the screen image. Um, so if I giving you example of how it works, then I can take you through this. Okay, so let me just start all over again. Let me just create a let's bring these two here to start with. And I'm going to just simply copy this image just to, just really a static image. I'm not using any any images at the moment. I'm going to just simply bring this in here, and I'm going to just do that. So that's my image here. I'm happy with that. Of course, I can if I just kind of come here and see my noise there. So let's add a denoise. Um, okay, and then what I'm gonna do is simply just bring this here. Um, okay, so let me just do that. Okay, so I've added the denoise there. So if I just press T, see there's much difference. See that? So that's I. It's always good to add a bit of denoise just to kind of get the right kind of quality out. So always remember to get denoise in. Okay, so I'm sorted with this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my color in here like that, and I'm going to just simply get a get the view from here. Okay, and as soon as I do that, it allows me to see what happens. If I just double click here, let's talk about this screen here. So basically, on your control panels, with your IBK color, you can change your screen type. Okay, so this is your screen type here. So if I just say green, and that goes to green. Okay, so once you get this part there, if I now show you how this works. So basically at the moment only this part is selected, and we need to really erode that off. So we need to really cover all this so that we can kind of make sure that when we are creating a clean plate, it really we are not missing that out, because this is the whole point of things. So the basic structure you need to see, that you'll see the process screen image, which is essentially a kind of a gluey kind of thing, where you got your filter contrast here. So this is more like your filter contrast. So if I just kind of press H there, uh, now what I'm going to do is, if I play this back, sorry, let me just. Okay, so let's start crunching the darks now. See if I just show you the erode as well. Let me just go back here, and now let's start crunching the darks. So let me just see if I can go on 0, 0. So 4, okay, and then what I'm going to do is, the size for this, I'm going to just bring it down to 0. See that? So obviously nearly there. So, but I'd still need to retain all this. So what I'm going to do is, if I can make this 9. Oops, nothing's happened. So if I just do like 2 under here, -2, doesn't work. So let me just go 0.001. Okay, if I just go 0, 1, here we go. So I think if you go back to where it was, and what really I want to do is make sure that, sorry, my numbers can match. So let me just go 1 here. That's looking good. So if I just have a 1.6, it's not bad. And then what I'm going to do is kind of erode that up here. So if you can see what's happening here, see that? So, and I'm going to increase the size a tiny bit. If I just bring that in a bit more. Okay, so let's do this size nicely. 12, 13, 14, just go 16. So I really want to cover these hairs. So let's see, 17. Okay, so let's see if I can make this more into 20 maybe. Let's try that. 20. Okay, not bad. So I think I'm okay with that. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to erode that. So I'm going to just simply just say make that 20. see that. So I'll start from 20 and then I'll come down. And I think I'm pretty much happy with that. There's a slight touch there of 4. No, that's going to be too much. 3. That's okay. Okay, so this is where I get my alpha there. So you can see that I've got, that's my kind of panel there. So what I'm going to do is simply start doing some stacking. So if I just kind of bring this here, and I need to create a green plate. So these settings are fine, and what I'm going to do is simply copy them. Oops, sorry, just copy the color. There we go. Double click there, and what I'm going to do is size 1, and I'm going to just start with 2. So I need to just get that covered. Okay, there we go. Again, I'm going to just start looking at copying, paste, and this time I'm going to just double them. So let's say that will be 4. Okay, so if I just do 6, 8, and see, slowly we are getting a nice green plate. So if I just go 10, I mean, you can always experiment as well. It's not a rule of thumb that I'm dividing it like that way. I can, you know, if I just go 16, just bigger, give a bigger jump. Copy that again. I can just do now 20 here. Just do big jumps now. There we go. See, so yeah, I mean, it depends on how you what kind of plate is it, how much more deeper you want to work on. So if I just do 26, there you go. 30. Okay, so once you've done that, double click here, 40. Okay, because I'm using a 4K clip, it's just kind of taking slightly longer, but it's just to give you a proper solid demonstration on how you can 45, nearly there. So we need to make the whole, I mean, the best thing would be when you're filming or when you know that you're gonna use the IBK Gizmo, just take a picture of the green screen, and this will save you doing the stacking and stuff, because you'll have a you'll get your back plate already. So if I just double click there, yeah, nearly there. The last one, I think this would be the last one. Okay, so I've done stacking there, and I've got a really good green plate here. And what I'm going to do now is simply just get my other node, which is the gizmo. So we know that C is the color, so I'm going to just connect my C to the color. That's the color there, and that my foreground is here. Oops. Right, And if I just click on here, at the moment nothing has happened because obviously I haven't done any changes. So if you just double click here, screen type, make sure that it's green, and then as soon as the green comes you can see that I've retained my hair quite nicely there. Really good cut there. I'm pretty happy with that actually. And then what I'm going to do is try to get a merge node. So basically if I get a merge, and then if I get a, let's say a checkerboard to test things out. Actually, I can just copy that, isn't it? So there you go, there, and then bung that in. And now you can see that how nicely I've kind of retained my hair there. Now let's talk about this IBK Gizmo node. So here what we have is your, obviously what type you have. Now if I just zoom in, and what is the red weighting? So if I just kind of bring this in a bit more, see, so that you got your reddish coming in. So it depends on your background all the time, and it's really experimenting. So the more I take it out, so I'm getting the hairline there. Just bring in here, so just kind of really merge that, kind of blend that in. Again with the blue and green weighting, I can just kind of come in a tiny bit, and it's really setting there. If I just go luminance match, so it depends on your, again, your background levels. I can do auto levels. See that as soon as I do auto levels, that happens. So it just kind of really always experimenting with your key as well. uh, Now this using the background luminance is like a whatever whatever background you have got, that light, that luminance is going to reflect on your on your hairline, on your side. So basically it will allow you to get a really nice kind of a backdrop shadows as well. So if I kind of just bring this in here to show you the final results. So if I can play that here, so that's alpha, okay, that's my merge there. And then of course if you were doing like a real-time experiment, then you can kind of go ahead with that. Okay, so overall I hope you understand what is IBK Gizmo. Really good plugin, so please experiment with that. Great.